What is up, guys? It seems like every day a new UFC star comes out that's weighing in and giving their opinion on the whole Jorge Masvidal and Colby Convington situation that went down a few days ago. Now, oh boy, the GOAT, Khabib Nurmagomedov, has come out and given his opinion on the entire event. Pretty much, earlier today on Twitter, he gave a pretty lengthy response, pretty much saying, I'm going to paraphrase, guys, saying that, you never really are supposed to talk about other people's family. It's something that's kind of like, lame. Don't talk about other people's family. You kind of have what's coming to you when you do that. And he ends it off by saying that all the other fellow welterweights should not fight Colby Convington. Pretty much refuse to take a Colby Convington fight and starve him out of the UFC. Pretty much cancel this man, right? Get him out of here, pack him up, and ship him out of the UFC. And my first reaction to all this, guys, was whoa. First of all, I didn't really expect Khabib to weigh in on the entire situation. I really didn't, right? Let alone for him to kind of side with, Masvidal, right? People have been kind of split, One thing I will say is that it seems as if the MMA community as a whole has been siding with Masvidal, mainly because Colby isn't really well liked by a lot of his colleagues and peers, while it seems the MMA fan base and community of fans have really been picking up and siding with Colby Convington. But for Khabib to come out and really come out with a statement and support Masvidal really just shows you that a lot of the UFC stars and fighters have a really, really deep personal, issue when people bring up, personal things into the lead up of fights. Because as you probably remember with, Conor McGregor and Khabib, when they were going into their fight and leading up to that, things got pretty personal. Religion got involved. People's families got involved, father and stuff like that, It got pretty personal. And it just goes to show you that, for a lot of these UFC stars and a lot of these, fighters, this isn't for show. A lot of the things that are said, they take it personally, and there's some things that are supposed to be left unsaid, talking about people's family and stuff like that. So, yeah, what we can take away from this is that, guys, there's clearly a red line in any type of fighting or promotion. Don't talk about people's families, don't talk about people's religion and stuff like that. There's a very fine line there, and it seems that Colby is like this anomaly in the MMA community who doesn't really quite understand that fine line. He tends to cross it, and pretty much, people are saying, hey, that's what you get for crossing this line, Their whole little gimmick has consequences, and when those consequences happen, be ready for them. And we're not going to feel any pity or remorse when your consequences catch up to your actions. So I think that people shouldn't be surprised that Khabib kind of side with, with Masvidal. I mean, we kind of saw in his lead up with McGregor's fight how personal Khabib, takes issues with, attacks on his personal life and stuff like that. These things are deep, it's personal to people. And, Khabib is coming out here and pretty much saying, yo, that's not cool. You kind of deserve it. But what's really interesting, guys, and the one part that I really want to get into is the fact that he wants Colby Convington to really be canceled and taken out of the UFC. He's calling for fellow welterweights to just not pick up the phone and fight Colby Convington. While in practice, this sounds like, oh yeah, you're doing a really good thing. You're putting a moral, putting a foot down, and you're telling Colby enough is enough to your gimmick. It's probably not going to happen, guys. I mean, just think about it this way, right? But outside of Kamaru Usman, Colby's the second best guy in this division. And he kind of is a gatekeeper of the title contender, right? Of the best person in the division who can probably beat Kamaru Usman. Colby Convington is in this perpetual state where, any other welterweight who wants to fight Kamaru Usman is going to have to fight Colby Convington. There's really no way around it. So, I mean, maybe if Colby Convington was fighting bums, sure, the bums can be yeah, I'm not going to fight Colby. But for the welterweight division, Colby is that gatekeeper to Kamaru Usman. There really is no way around him. So, in theory, I understand Khabib's perspective. Hey, let's get Colby out of here. And in reality, it's not practical. It's not going to happen. Colby isn't going anywhere. Hate or love him, he's a great, phenomenal fighter, and he brings in pay-per-views. Colby's not going to get canceled, guys. But hopefully this is a valuable lesson to Colby himself that, gimmicks and your words have consequences, and sometimes you can cross these personal red lines, and people aren't going to have remorse for you when those consequences, again, catch up to your actions. So with that, guys, let me know, do you agree with Khabib? Do you agree with what Khabib said about Colby Convington being canceled and siding with Masvidal? Or do you think Khabib is wrong here, guys? Let me know. There's always a dialogue and discussion let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.